Hello, gamers, and welcome to a very special Daggerfall video. I'm gonna look on the Daggerfall Unity Nexus, baby. Let's have a look. Gonna go to the mods page. This isn't gonna be like a modding tutorial or anything. Let me turn that down. This is the character creation music from the Elder Scrolls Arena. We're gonna go to the Daggerfall Unity Nexus. This isn't gonna be a modding tutorial. But since there have been some recent updates to Daggerfall, expanded textures and World of Daggerfall, I think it's gonna be probably time to reboot the series. I was thinking of restarting just because I think I probably went a bit too far with becoming a vampire and then choosing my knightly order. I think I'm gonna like hold off on doing that. I might make a new character. I don't know. We'll see. But with the new mod updates, I think it's probably time for a reinstall. To get Daggerfall Unity, you just go on the website. I think it's still the same release, but I don't know. Daggerfall Unity period. Yeah, I think 1.0 release, unless there's like more, I don't know. Yeah, I still have the same version. I think it's been this way for a while. I usually go by downloads. I'm just gonna pick up, I'm just gonna dry or fresh install them from the Nexus, even though I do have a ton of them in this folder. Here we go. So I'm not gonna pick up Dream. Dream is like this new, these new textures. There's nothing wrong with getting these textures for your personal preference, but to me, I feel like if you're playing Daggerfall, you're not playing a super high graphical fidelity game, you know? You're playing a retro 90s RPG, so you don't really need these like highfalutin, high-end graphics. And it's not that they're super high-end or anything, but, you know, they're very, more modernized, and there's nothing wrong with wanting this or having it. I mean, that looks pretty great, but you're playing Daggerfall, man. There's sprites, okay? Unless maybe they've made mods to make the enemies and stuff 3D, but this stuff just doesn't really appeal to me. I think, what I have seen, though, I think more, like, veteran Daggerfall players coming back to it are probably gonna want this just for something different, but I don't know, I like the retro graphics, so I want like probably as retro of a look as possible for me. But that's just my preference. So I can understand people want to get their games to look however. I'm just gonna play this. I should make like an Elder Scrolls playlist on YouTube of just all the music. There's lots of great music in the Elder Scrolls series. I'm gonna go for retro look. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's Daggerfall. You know, it's not a modern game, so fine. If you want that, fine, but I'm not gonna grab that. Sort by downloads. Okay. So we'll just go through. You want real grass. I've never tried that quest pack, but I don't know why this specifically has the most downloads. That's kind of odd, I guess, but let's see. There's no requirements, I guess. 49 of Daggerfall's 98 taverns. So are there 98 different tavern prefabs? That's pretty wild. So yeah, this only does about half of them. I could maybe, like, record links and stuff to these, which I might do. Let me just go to stuff, game docs, the Elder Scrolls. I just like, oh gosh, it's a lot of work to do that crap. I suppose I could start doing that just for posterity. But yeah, I'll sort them by downloads for now. real grass. There is a pixelated version of the grass that I'll find later. I suppose I could search for that now. Pixelated. Pick that up. Should probably actually download them, but I don't know if I really need to since I already have the archives on there, but if I'm doing a fresh install, they might need updates or something. Pixelated. Yeah, what I'll do, probably have this. Copy them. I'll make a folder. Ah, fuck it, I'll just grab them from the Nexus. Download. See, I don't need a Nexus account. I don't think... Okay, yeah, you need... You don't have any requirements for this. I have, like, thought about switching to Linux, but I'm not gonna fucking worry about that right now. Because apparently, I don't know, you maybe need, like, specific Linux versions of mods to get them working properly. I have no idea about that. I'm not gonna pretend to think about that. So we're not even gonna worry. I'm on Windows, but let's see. When you open up the archive, you want to make sure that it looks like this, where it can be easily extracted into the... I don't know if there is a mod manager for Daggerfall Unity, but you want it to be easily extractable into the streaming assets folder. I'm gonna have a copy of this install here, so let me remove this. And then pin this to quick access instead. This is on my copy that I made for my new install. I guess I'll just boot it up right now. Make sure everything is good. But yeah, I think when you first set it up, you have to, like, figure out the location and shit of files. Oh wow, this is all fucked up. Configuration. No. What? This is in the copy. Oh, okay, yeah, but... yeah, what we gotta do here then is... Yeah, I was testing it earlier, so we're just delete that. Extract. Where's the Far Horizons song? Let me put that on. Okay, so this is actually a fresh install here. It's got nothing on it besides whatever Daggerfall Unity has. I suppose I could probably make a new character. Do you want to remove them? Actually, no, I'll keep them. Because it's kind of annoying to go through settings over and over. I'll go through those as well, but... Settings... As far as settings... I like having enemy infighting, advanced climbing. That's definitely really good, but it's definitely different from vanilla, because in the original you can only move up and down with climbing. I also have instant repair services, which is a bit of a cheat. Where's magic item repair? Somewhere around here, I don't fucking know. Guild quest player selection, I'm actually to shut that off for now. I would leave that off until towards the end of the game. Or towards when you've ranked up, just because getting random quests is part of the fun in Daggerfall, at least for the beginning. Where's magic? Oh yeah, there we go. Magic item repairs. This is kind of a cheat, but in my opinion, I think it's objectively better and more fun that way. But people might disagree, especially if you're a veteran or a purist or something. But this was a cheat in the original Daggerfall to be able to repair magic items because they couldn't be repaired normally. Blah blah blah. I don't really want to rehash that topic because it's kind of annoying, but have whatever fucking game settings you want. I didn't realize that was that not a thing in the original Daggerfall? I think it was. Combat vocalization. Whatever. Yeah. Exit. You want to have it be easily extractable. So mess around with... Can I just move these here? Copy. No. Presets. Okay. So move... Yeah, you want to have it be easily extractable. So we're going to copy that. And put the presets in there. Put the presets there too. Copy this title. Then create your own damn archive. With 7-zip. Put the title there. Put .7z. 7z in there. And then, there we go. We can easily put that in the streaming assets folder. Yeah, when it's got the mods folder, because yeah, in this the streaming assets. Hopefully, I'm not like rambling like a lunatic, but when you put the archive in here, the mods folder will just extract right in there. So I'm just gonna put all three of these in here, move them, and then 7-zip extract here. The mods will be there. Tavern's redone. What? Okay. Is that part of that archive? Yeah. We can just remove that, I guess. Actually, I think you can remove these from archives. Yeah. Windows 11, I think, has its own archival thing. So, yeah. Then I'll boot up. You don't really have to boot up after every mod install, but if you want to, that's fine. Should have a settings here, real grass. And then yes, so messing around with mod settings is fine and fun and all, but I don't always like to do it. Style. Yes, texture override. And then it should work with pixelated grass. I'm still going to keep the old config files just because it's annoying to fucking mess around with settings all the time. So let me, I guess, go to Shara someplace like, I suppose this. It's probably going to be fucked up, but oh, perfect. Look at that. The real grass and the pixelated grass is working. God, that looks so good. I love that. I love that real grass. I would say it's, well, get it if your computer can handle it, because goddamn this, oh my gosh, it looks so good. To me anyway, it looks so good, because at least on my monitor, it could look very crappy on YouTube with the bitrate, but holy shit. It looks so good, man. Let's maybe go to... I wonder what the desert looks like. Alakra. Huh. Oh yeah, you gotta get that climates map mod, because that's a really good mod. The mod that alters the travel map for the climates, because yeah, this map looks weird as fuck. That's the actual original map there. So travel time, let's go recklessly. Begin. 15 days I just spent. That real that's a mandatory mod for me now. I can't believe I played without that, although yeah, I did have a shitty computer last time. Anyway. Okay, this is a mandatory mod for everyone playing Daggerfall Unity, unless you really want a vanilla Daggerfall type experience. Which I can understand why you would want that if you want to, you know, look and see what Daggerfall was like. But basic roads is a necessary mod, okay? This is, it like revolutionizes the game. It's so good. It's basically mandatory. Pick it up, baby. Pick it up, baby. What's the giving everyone requirements? Nope. Over the wilderness as the textures are shared. Okay. Well, we'll grab that then. This really adds a lot of depth, because apparently it's like it's so weird imagining the game world without this mod. Because apparently there literally weren't even roads to get to different towns, which is just insane. But I suppose that kind of thing was like, they didn't even know how to do that back then, I guess. Especially with how big the game was, but this is a very important mod. Yeah. The fact that there aren't roads in between towns is weird, but I think, yeah, the original Daggerfall, you weren't really meant to actually run in between places, you know? That's probably the philosophy, where, yeah, like, whatever, you're meant to use the map to explore. And that's why everything has time limits, because that's how you're supposed to adventure, right? Is, oh, you got 17 days to go to this dungeon and grab this item. And, you know, it takes 3 days to get there, 3 days to get back. Well, usually if it's like a 3-day travel time, they'll probably have a longer limit, but anyway. That's why, yeah, if you're a new player, definitely go with rapid healing and regenerate health, because that really saves on time, because sometimes you could spend, like, actual days in a dungeon just resting, getting your health back. So yeah, but that's another discussion on how to optimize the game. Optimize the gameplay. All right, these can be extracted right away. Pin. There it is. I'm just gonna put the archive files in here because I'm a little guy. What just happened? I'm gonna sort it by date modified. Extract all, baby. No, that's the wrong one. Extract using 7-zip. Everyone should have 7-zip. Hopefully you have that already. But if you don't, grab it at the 7-zip website. Just use fucking Google, okay? Use the glorious internet that we have. That's a privilege. You know? God. Okay, which character do I want to play? I gotta figure that out. I'll talk about that later, okay? Like Daggerfall expanded textures. This is the kind of dicey one because I think this literally just got updated. And this is the one that I'm kind of nervous about because I think when you update this mod, and I don't quote me on this, but when you update this mod, it kind of screws up other mods that haven't updated for it yet. I don't know, man. Because, like, yeah, this is a huge mod that it just basically adds a ton of textures into the game, but a lot of mods use it as a dependency. So let me grab this. This is kind of why I'm making a new install. It's because of this. Oh, Basic Roads, I think, does have some configuration. We'll look at that later. Whoops. Let me actually fucking write the things down, damn it. Yeah, I'm just gonna forget to do this crap. Basic Roads. And winter textures or whatever. Yeah. We're gonna have... Oh, we'll figure that out later. Let's increase the font size. Yeah. Whoops. Daggerfall expanded textures. Give me that. Very important mod. Which I believe just counts as a DF mod. We're gonna move that around. Bingo bango. Fuck. Extract it. Extract here. Okay. Let me send this to the desktop so I can play it. There it is. If you don't know, that's Wayrest in the title splash screen. Yeah. Basic roads. Smooth roads. Very good. And this, of course, should, you know, affect the map. Come on. Switch character. What? Homes. Oh, is there no roads on the map? Huh, maybe you need the climates map for that. Ding, 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 ding. Oops. Roads show on the in-game. Okay, you have to have travel options for that. Understand? Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, and obviously, well, you need this and travel options as well, but I guess it doesn't always match up. You probably need other mods to fit in with that too. Well, let me see. Okay, this is all vanilla textures. Right. Also, it's worth talking about this stuff. This is on retro mode. Effect settings, I have this. Palletization. I'm actually kind of on the fence about this. Let me see. I don't really know the difference between posterization and palletization. I think palletization kind of looks a bit better as far as fidelity. I think you might have to like look at that. I literally have no idea what these terms mean because I'm low IQ. But like literally just pick whatever you like better. I do kind of like this. I think the posterization is a bit more like goofy looking, but maybe more colorful, where palletization is probably more focused on realism. So literally get whatever you want, baby. I don't even know what I don't know what this does, man. I might try posterization because I like that colorfulness. Actually, let me travel to Wayrest. That's the best looking city, I think. So we're gonna go Oh, hey, sweet lady. Oh my god, it's fucking 44. I do have a ship. 44 days. Are you okay, great. Classic, you know. Ooh, it's like fucking spooky at nighttime, dude. I didn't even realize that. Let's go to a fucking... Oh, this is a edited tavern. Cool. I might... never mind. Let me get a room, baby. One, yes. Until healed. What time is it? What time is it? Why is it always night time? I guess, yeah, if you travel recklessly... let's rest for like 12 hours. Fuck it. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Stop. And it's always fucking raining. Your room is still rented for 12 hours. God. Thanks, man. I'll rest for another goddamn 12 hours, dude. Christ. My child. No, I don't give a fuck. Okay? Find your own damn child. It looks so good. Okay, well, we've got to look at the Wayrest Castle, which is very far away. Let me... Oh, this is like back when I was pathetic. This is back when my fucking... Well, I wasn't that low level, but... I didn't have nearly as cool as spells. Because I didn't have access to enchanting. I like this posterization, though. Let me see here. Yeah, the palletization, I think, looks a bit more realistic, maybe. But the posterization is, like, more retro-looking. Full. I will go full. We need to get to Wayrest Castle because that's the moment of truth as far as coloring goes. I think it should be a bright red on the roof. So, God, of course it's like a million fucking miles away because it's Daggerfall. I am going to actually get beautiful cities as well in this playthrough. That's like a mean dog. God, the basic running speed is pathetic. I'm really used to having my running skill boosted by enchanting. Okay, so it's kind of like an orange, at least from far away, and then closer it's maybe more red. Yeah, this is the best place to test out the game's color scheme. I literally have no idea what posterization means, man. You can also do 640 by 400. I like the 320 by 200. I'm gonna put on full posterization, I think. I like that look. Color boost. There's also another mod called location-based effects that you're gonna probably need, just so you can make the dungeons look really kind of dark while having like high bloom and stuff. We'll figure that out later, though. These are the settings that I currently have for all my effect settings. I'm going to put it on 4x3, though, because there's the glorious retro experience mod. Although, there is another mod that was cool called, I think, Wanderer's HUD. Anti-aliasing none. Ambient occlusion none. I don't think... Well, yeah, maybe unless you're using Dream, you can use ambient occlusion, but that, to me, just looks really weird in the Daggerfall universe. Maybe it might look pretty neat in some areas. But, like, when you're in... Yeah, like, ooh. To me, it just looks off. Bloom. Most of the things are off except for, yeah, retro mode, color boost is on. This is kind of important. And you want to, yeah, we'll figure that out later, I think. But yeah, you definitely want to get a crosshair replacer to give it a retro crosshair. But I suppose what we can do here is name this test. Exit. Okay. Roleplay and realism. Also, I would definitely recommend this mod for everyone, unless you're wanting a more raw experience. Roleplay and realism adds lots of really cool features, and then there's another, well, actually, yeah, roleplay and realism, and then you'd want the items as well, roleplay and realism items. But this adds lots of features that are also customizable as well, which is neat. Which is something that another mod called Climates and Calories is sadly missing, but we're going to pick up roleplay and realism items, and then Climates and Calories. We're also going to get the Climates travel map and travel options. Oh, and city fast travel. I think I'm going to get this one as well, immersive travel. But at the same time, that's kind of annoying. I'll just get that, yeah. Adds lots of cool features. The most important one that people should keep in mind is I think it changes the way loans work, or makes it so you can't just like literally get 100,000 gold as soon as you start the game from a bank. You can still get quite a bit. I think, yeah, when I tried it, it was 20,000, which is a decent amount for sure, but not like 100,000. Wait a minute, I shouldn't be closing them out. Roleplay and realism. Apparently this requires travel options, which I didn't realize. I should be putting him on my damn thing here. Roleplay. I don't know where this quote exactly comes from besides Zarek Zahakaran, but he said famously, role-playing alone is intellectual masturbation, which I wholeheartedly agree with, because I don't really give a fuck, okay? I just want to run around and be exploration action man, okay? I don't want to fucking roleplay as a Khajiit maid or whatever. I don't give a fuck. We can talk about that later, though. Roleplay and realism. Adds lots of neat features. The items one, I think, is a bigger deal because it adds a lot of cool items. Mainly, the cool part that I've noticed so far is it adds different armor so that the armor progression isn't screwed up or like skewed towards plate armor, which is important for a lot of characters. Items. Let me also pick up another mod called Penwick Papers. Incredible mod. It's like roleplay and realism, but a bit more niche and specific to different characters. I can't really play it without this one just because it's so fucking cool. Penwick Papers, you might not use all the features in it, but a lot of people will make great use of the Potion of Seeking. That helps you find things, although I think you need like high willpower or something. And that's another thing, is that it takes the attributes into account and stuff. Probably the coolest feature is the landmark journal that allows you to remember places and travel to them. Oh, I closed it again, damn it. Honestly, there are only 40 pages of mods, so you can just search the Nexus on your own if you want to find your own mod list. Comic papers, travel options. Damn, this is some nostalgic sounding music. This is like Minecraft. This is the Streets of Whiterun from the Skyrim soundtrack. Very important mod. Where's the roads mod? Basic roads. I got it. Okay. This almost sounds like a fucking Nujabes sample. People need to make a lo-fi remix of this. There probably already is one, because that's kind of a lazy, dead genre. Yeah. Skyrim was one of the first games that I really got addicted to. I don't really play Skyrim that much anymore because whenever I play it and talk to Rayloff or whatever, it's like, this is the most boring fucking character I've ever talked to in my life. Okay, yeah, the story and characters are terrible in Skyrim. But as far as the sense of adventure and the grand world, I mean, it's, yeah. I did see a comment that was like, when I got Fallout 4, I realized that, yeah, Bethesda pretty much just makes virtual theme parks, and that's fucking true, man. That's so goddamn true. But sometimes, you know, the theme park has a pretty decent story, like in Oblivion or Morrowind. But in Skyrim, it's just, yeah, it's a virtual theme park. Oh shit. Oh. Shit. Okay, yeah, this spreadsheet's kind of throwing me off, but let's see. I'm probably gonna like order them in like how important they are. So we're gonna put travel options, basic roads, or like by category as well. So we'll say gameplay. No, hold on. Let's run column left, one row above. That's advanced spreadsheet design right here. We're gonna put gameplay. Oh my god, it's fucking black. Okay. We're gonna put the... I'm gonna have the links be orange. Gameplay. Bold. Nope. Bold text is ugly. Uggo. Big time. Gameplay. We're gonna put visuals. Visual and locations. Visuals and locations. Tavern's real redone. Okay. We're gonna move the game, these ones up here. Nope, wrong one, damn it. Click, 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 boom. What? Okay, what? What band is that? Some shitty band, probably. That's the music that my dad listens to. It's embarrassing. Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry, Dad. Ugh. Baby was a wild man. I don't know that fucking Nickelback song. God. Traumatized. Okay. Roleplay and gameplay. So gameplay is a very broad category, but that's gonna include stuff like items. Penwick. Okay, now I'm gonna go full autism mode, sorting these mods, but. Effects, locations, etc. Gameplay, map, or no? We'll just say features, items, etc. Bada bee. Okay. Travel options. We got that logged in. Penwick papers. Logged in. Climates and calories. Wrong. Not logged in. Number 49. BAP. In the gameplay section. Bingo bango. We're gonna copy because I'm too lazy to type. Fucking zoomer. Copy. Why is it blue? Okay. We're gonna make it orange because it's a Nexus link. I suppose white and orange is, you know, white, orange, and black. Not exactly the best color scheme if you know, you know. But yeah, well, maybe we'll make it like bright blue instead. No, blue is a well, we're gonna let's make it red. No, actually, that doesn't look that bad. I kind of like that. But, like, red is like an evil, erotic color, so we're gonna color theory. I like that blue. Yeah, let me see. Maybe we'll. Ooh, now we're really going autism mode. We can color code the the categories. Gameplay. What is gameplay? Maybe that's green. Green for gameplay. That's kind of dark, sort of earthy green. We'll go. What kind of green? We're going that. That's kind of a blue green though. We're gonna go. We'll have that. Green for gameplay. Visual can be blue or red. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, fuck. It's too hot for you here. Gameplay, climates, and calories. Okay, I'll talk about each mod as well. We're doing this video on the fly, damn it. God, this is such an emotional fucking track, man. Climates and calories. Let's move it up. Actually, that's severely annoying, having that link being displayed. So we'll move that here. Let's see here. Climates and calories. I would not really recommend this for beginners, but you can pretty easily just install it mid playthrough if you're ready. But yeah, it adds features like needing to eat, keep your character's temperature in check. So if you're like swimming around in water, that'll make you wet. And it'll constantly message you saying, "You're drenched, bitch. You're drenched. You're fucking drenched." And it is kind of a nagging bitch of a mod sometimes. And I wish it had options, but to me, it's like, it's a really cool mod that I think needs to be there because it adds another layer of intensity and kind of movement to the game. It is a little bit stressful though, so don't get it if you're a beginner, really, unless you really want like a survival sort of way of playing the game. I said nagging bitch. That's a joke, okay? I'm not being sexist. I'm not being sexist, liberals. Okay, I'm just saying it's a nagging bitch of a mod that says you're drenched. You're drenched. This, oh, you're too hot. You're, you know, it is. I wish it had a bit of a customization thing going, but you know, it makes it so like you can't like stand outside during the winter for too long, or you'll literally freeze to death. I think that's so cool. Okay. It's like an extra layer of realism and intensity to the game. So pick it up if you want. God. Is Beautiful Cities compatible? Cock. Okay. We're good with that. Climate's travel map. Install. I gotta look at the archives first, though. Put this over here. Climates and calories. Well, since I'm a big fat, so I know all about calories. Role-playing realism. That's good. That's good. A lot of mod folders will be set up properly to install things like that. So yeah, unfortunately, it looks like this climate's travel map, you will have to make your own archive. I really wish I could just fucking... Maybe I can open that with... do that with 7zip. Nope, don't extract here, damn it. I'm trying to open up the archive, you moron. Okay, move this. Oh my god, Windows 11 is giving me AIDS. Okay, fuck off. Climate's travel map. Open it up with 7zip. Open archive. New folder. Create folder. Mods. There we go. That is crisp. We're gonna copy. Can we copy this file? Oh, 7zip. I love you. I love you. Copy. Can I just make a copy? Damn it. Create copy. Control C. Oh god. We're gonna go up here. Copy. Maybe I can just drag it. Let's see. Oh god. Maybe move it to here. Can I put this in here? Yes. That should work, hopefully. It's not beautiful. Beautiful. Delete. Okay, so you can kind of move things around if you're careful. You want to be ready for extraction. Ready for extraction. Ready for extraction. Streaming assets. Move it. Move it. Jesus Christ. Now we're gonna 7zip extract here, baby. They're all ready. Open it up. Save and close it. You have the Daggerfall Unity sort mods automatically. We're gonna put this at the top, just because that's a kind of big priority, I guess. Basic roads, we can go ahead and maybe save and close. Oh, okay. We can put the more important mods, I guess, at the top. We don't have to like worry too much about the order, just so that it's like kind of easy to find the mods. The mod menu is good in Daggerfall Unity, but you can't like search the mod menu, unfortunately. You have to kind of scroll through. Travel options. Yeah, this is one of those mods that has a bajillion fucking configuration settings, which is fine for this type of mod, but sometimes those mods that have 3 fucking pages of configuration options, it just gets really annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Player-controlled cautious travel. If enabled, it provides time-accelerated fast travel at a speed penalty, but with the benefit of a chance to avoid random encounters. Alright, yeah. Maybe it should be like 50. Yeah, it should be a little bit higher, because I think normally in the map, cautious travel is like twice as fat or twice as slow. Max chance to avoid an encounter when traveling cautiously. I'm gonna say 100. Yeah. It should be like much. Yeah. Cautious travel should be slower, but you should get way fewer encounters. And like the point of reckless travel is that it's faster, but you're gonna be fighting more enemies. Yeah. Let me see here. We're gonna turn on the regular. Oh fuck. Whoops. Turn on the regular font. I might just delete the fucking config files, except for the World Tooltips mod, because that was kind of annoying to get sorted out. But anyway, travel options. So yeah, this one allows the Mage's Guild teleportation service to be available to all members, regardless of rank. Because okay. Yeah, that's good. Roads integration. Roads junction map. Scales of cost. Okay. Cost of inns when using standard fast travel. Yeah, we'll put it. We'll increase it to 4, I guess. 2 times 3. Yeah, we'll just do that suggestion. Different types of locations. Oh, okay. That's neat, actually. Coven. That's fun. Yeah, I kind of like that. Sure. Climbing restriction. Weapon materials. kind of like that materials have an adverse effect on weapon performance. Although, yeah, it is quite broken, and yeah, that's what makes the Ebony Dagger extremely powerful. I actually like that option, though, because it allows, like, you to actually, like, do combat at the beginning. Because it gives you a huge bonus to hit. But it's like, you know, not in a crazy good weapon or anything, but it's a very effective one. Blah, blah, blah. Remixes human enemy appearance based on class. So how does that work? Let me see. This gives a better distribution of classes. Okay. There are other mods that do that, so I'm going to leave that off. Internal value. Okay. Loan amount per level. Oh, okay. Here we go. Sets the maximum amount per level that can be borrowed from banks. I might lower this drastically, but I like the 20,000 amount because that's like enough to like make you good for a while, but that's not going to like set you for life. So yeah, 10,000 is good. That's like as high as you can get without being unbalanced, I think. Yeah. Although it should also be based on reputation. Because, yeah, 20,000 is good to set you for, like, a few levels. Not the whole game like 100,000 was. Yep. Archer's axe and light flail. I really like the light flail. Okay. Random potions for sale at alchemist stores. Penwick papers. So yeah, I would probably turn off this blinding one because it's extraordinarily annoying. Because yeah, enemies being able to blind you, that is really bad. Unfortunately, Climates and Calories doesn't have any configuration options, which is very annoying, admittedly, but it's a great mod, so. No, we're not going to remove them. We got all that. City Fast Travel, very useful mod. I Some people might think it's cheating, but I just think it's an essential mod for me, to be honest, because it's very annoying to run through cities, especially without, you know, the things that the Shadow Monk had, you know, very heavily boosted running speed, and mods that, or not mods, but spells that help with jumping around. Like, traversal is fun on that character because it's super high level and fast, you know, but with how slow running is in Daggerfall, it's like, God, I kind of need this mod, I'm not gonna lie. So I would get it, especially since you can already fast travel anywhere in Daggerfall anyway. So, like, speeding up the process in towns is fine to me. I think, yeah, the mod uses the scroll wheel. Middle mouse button. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. Very important mod for me. You can go ahead and insert city fast travel. Gonna copy the mod title. Which green is it? Okay. This is going to be a definitive spreadsheet. I'm glad I'm doing this. Definitive, whatever. I hope that people can use this to help find mods, but honestly, yeah, it's not that hard. You just go through the fucking mod pages on Nexus. There's not that many of them. It's not like you're sifting through hundreds of mod pages like you are for Skyrim. I think I could make a collection on the Nexus, but I have no idea how to do that. Could maybe do that in the future, but I don't really care about that. I think, yeah, maybe that's not available because you use it with Vortex and stuff. But yeah, we can figure that out. Okay, so this one's kind of messed up. So we're gonna open it up with 7Z. I call it Z as a joke. Okay, I'm not a filthy Canuck. New folder. No, I'm just kidding. Let me see. New folder. Come on. Where is that button? Create folder. Drag it out and then put that back in there. A little buggy that way, but we're going to delete it. Easy peasy. We'll install them in bulk like we did the other time. Actually, no. Extract. I don't think you can change the key, but yeah, it's middle mouse button. And then immersive travel. I haven't actually used this mod before, but I'm pretty interested in it. Adds carriage drivers outside of gates of major city. Wait, can you talk with them? That's really good. Because that means you can... Okay, every major city, right? How about, like... towns, you know? Talking with them, I ask about that because that's how you find residences, is by talking with NPCs. Oh yeah, this game is available on Android, I guess. Or it's not available, but people have gotten it to work on Android. I have not messed around with that, and I don't want to. Okay? But you can do that. If you know what you're doing. Whoops, didn't mean it. Damn it. Okay. Immersive music downloaded. God damn it. Okay. I was curious, okay? I'm not ashamed. That is something I do kind of want to talk about, and I don't know how to do. There's this really great mod called Paper Doll Enhanced. I don't really want to talk about this right now, but I might as well while it's on the mind. Is Paper Doll Enhanced, along with Baronzia's Boutique. They're great mods that add lots of customization and cool things to the female character. The problem is, I don't really like the faces that much, and that's kind of turned me off to the mod, because I don't think that the faces are inherently horny or anything, but it looks like too like anime, and it kind of takes the character out of the old faces. You know, it makes them too like generic pretty, which I don't really like. But it's definitely a great option for customization, because the armor in that mod looks great. It seems like the best option for characters in general. Shit. Actually, yeah, right now let's get beautiful cities and beautiful villages. Actually, I didn't end up getting this mod for my last playthrough because I think you need it on a new game. And then, of course, there are these mods. Cities and locations. Oh. Armorers? Yeah, I think this mod had issues. That's another damn thing too, is that with the new update to Daggerfall expanded textures, that made locations overhauled Thieves Guild incompatible. That made it so that cities disappeared and shit. I suppose, yeah, the only issue is that maybe it's the 1.0 that changed the IDs. Yeah. Ooh. Is this compatible with 1.0? Yes. I think it came out in April 2025, the new 1.0 of Daggerfall expanded textures. But I think, yeah, the new one probably doesn't change IDs or anything. I think that's why. I haven't played with this because, yeah, it requires a new playthrough. Okay. There's oh god, there's resource mods as well. Windmills. We'll just pick up this first. Is it? Did I get all of it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30. 3 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I gotta get them all on here, right? Real grass, we got that. Taverns redone. Yep. Basic roads, yep. And basic roads, snow tracks. Oops. Snow tracks. What? Why is there a comma there? Shit. DT, roleplay realism, climates and calories, travel options, egg papers, climate, travel map. Yep, we don't have that one. Oops. This is pretty much just a visual thing, but or maybe we could have UI as well. User interface. That's not... I don't have a ton of user interface mods, but yeah, we can include that. Oops. No, we'll have a separate UI because that, yeah. User interface could be blue, I guess. Or gold. It's kind of hard to get like gold, yellow, but that's fine. I suppose this can probably go above visuals. Okay, climate's travel map, steady fast travel, immersive travel. We're good. Beautiful cities. This one's a bit complicated, I think. There are compatibility patches for archaeologists. That's another damn mod, too. There's another guild called Red Lantern, which I might get, but that's kind of saucy, you know? Like, how far do I want to go? There's a few guild mods, actually. Red Lantern Guild. Thieves Guild, Pimps and Pushers. More pimps, more pushers. Beautiful cities. Immersive travel and archaeologists. Jesus Christ. This is like a beehive of mods. Okay. Daggerfall. Red berries. Yeah, we can do that. Harvestable crops. This is technically a gameplay mod, I guess. So... Oops. Wait. Harvestable crops. That's all ready and loaded into the thing. DET harvestable crops. We'll just pick this up since we have both mods. I'm not going to worry about doing Android. I don't even know if there are tutorials on YouTube about that, maybe. But I don't want to talk about my opinions on mobile games and fucking handheld games, but to me it's just, come on, games are about sitting down and playing them at a computer. Okay, you don't need to fucking carry around a handheld thing to play games on the go. Unless you're like commuting on the train or whatever. For hours a day, then I can understand that. But I don't know, just like listen to music or watch a movie instead. You know, why do you have to, like, games are like a sit down and enjoy it type of medium, you know? You can't watch movies on your fucking telephone. You might think you've experienced it. God, I gotta get that clip. Okay, we gotta search that up. David Lynch. God bless David Lynch. Telephone movies. What's the clip?
Now, if you're playing the movie on a telephone, you will never in a trillion years experience the film. You'll think you have experienced it, but you'll be cheated. It's such a sadness.
It's such a sadness.
You think you've seen a film on your fucking telephone. Get real.
iPhone. Oh God, that's amazing. May he rest in peace. May he rest in peace. Ah. I like how quickly his compassion turns into contempt. Oh, that's okay. Calm. Oh. You may think you've experienced it.
Now, if you're playing the movie on a telephone, you will never in a trillion years experience the film. You'll think you have experienced it, but you'll be cheated. It's such a sadness that you think you've seen a film on your fucking telephone. Get real.
May he rest in peace. That's amazing. Okay. But anyways, gaming is a sit down and enjoy it type medium. You might be able to, you might think you're enjoying the game when you're sitting on your fucking, I don't have like a tram or like a public transport deal. You're driving everywhere where I'm at. So yeah, maybe if you're having like a daily commute of 45 minutes to and from your house from the bus or something, then yeah, okay. You might think you've experienced it. But okay. It's cool. That's great if you can manage to get mods in this game working on Android. God bless you. Fine. Do whatever you want. I gotta fucking take a break from this because I'm like kind of freaking out. I don't know. How long do I want to make this video? Do I want to have it be like a super long, like 9-hour video? Like I did with the old Witcher 3 modding videos that I've since deleted, which I shouldn't have done? Or do I want to do it like an hour meme? I think I could have like a time-lapse deal as well, but it's kind of fun to just do it while I'm recording, just so I can get practice and not be fucking rusty while I'm recording. You know? Yes. I think I might end the recording. And we'll start the next recording getting beautiful cities. I think I'm going to record the entire modding process just so people can learn if they want to learn it, how to mod Daggerfall Unity. Well, not actually mod it by making mods, which are, you know, that's another thing. Jesus himself brought modders to Earth, okay? He died so that modders could use their they could give away their mods for free. You know? They're doing God's work. Which is why I don't endorse them. I never endorsed anything, I guess. I don't know, I'm just lazy. You have to download it in order to endorse. I think that's just if you like it. But I don't know. Oh. Modders are God's gift to gaming. Okay. And Daggerfall Unity itself is technically a mod, I guess. Although I think that's kind of like, I think that's on the OpenMW website. It's like, this isn't a mod. This is a Morrowind's meme or whatever in a different engine. But yeah. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna end the recording. I will be back. I hope my channel doesn't fucking die. That's the main point here. I hope this isn't just talking into the void, because that's sometimes what it feels like. I did see that one channel that was active like a year or so ago of him just kind of playing Daggerfall, and there were a decent amount of people that like tuned into that, and I hope that becomes a thing. You know, I'm not super interested in like, whoa, putting myself out there, getting viral. I don't really care about that, but if I didn't want an audience for it, then I wouldn't be putting it publicly, you know? So there we go. I'll be back in the next video for modding Daggerfall Unity. I'll maybe talk about like what character I'm going to play, but we'll figure that out later. There's probably going to be a little over 100 mods, I would guess. But it's not going to take super long, I don't think. Like I said, there's only 40 pages. I mean, you can just easily scroll through the pages and just pick out whatever you want. So, stay safe, citizen. These are dark times. Hey, yo, this is me, Jack, reporting from the future. I just decided to download a lot of this shit on my own because, I don't know, I was just didn't really feel like recording, I guess. No, not to worry, though. I just picked up a ton of these and put them in the thing, and it was just pretty much busy work, okay? Don't worry about installing the Beautiful Cities mod as long as you grab the requirements and then check the archive to make sure you can easily extract it. And then just do it like I did in the previous, where you just drag and drop them all. Bingo bango. Use good old 7-zip to extract. And bang, that's it. That's literally it, dude. Let's go in the menu here. I did get a lot more. Let me see. Actually, yeah, I probably should have explained what the hell all these do. Okay, so we got harvestable crops and DET harvestable crops. That's just a requirement for beautiful cities. Archaeologists, there's a patch for that with beautiful cities, but Archaeologist Guild, okay. Might as well put the freaking camera on. Dang it. We're here. I gotta put my camera on. Where's it? Blah. Thank you, Windows. I'm not prepared, okay? Please don't be like upside down or something. Come on. Come on. God damn it. Stupid camo. I should probably like actually get a real webcam, but I don't fucking care. The phone's already a better camera than most cameras. That's why fucking all phones in existence are overpriced as fuck, because they have like NASA cameras in them. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Why is Yes, I use Android. Yes, I'm obnoxious. Why is it all of a sudden done? Oh my god, I'm actually low IQ, dude. My brain is fried after installing all these fucking mods and putting them on a spreadsheet like a spooky fucking... Okay. Why all of a sudden does it not work? I was using this literally for like an hour and a half for the last recording, and why does it not fucking work this time? Jesus fuck. Let me unplug and replug it. You gotta fucking load those obnoxious, stupid-ass Windows sounds. Anger. Control thine anger. Fucking pulling it in already. And you gotta love it when they've... There we go. A big haircut. You gotta love it when they freaking update the UI. I always hate that. I just hate fucking everything. I'm just complaining like a... You know what? Okay. God, look at the fucking... I did increase the screen brightness. Look at my fucking pasty-ass face. Let me close it. There we go. No, that's... I can't even see the screen then. Okay. This is a train wreck. Archaeologist Guild. This is an amazing mod. I believe out of the box, though, it makes it so... Or the archaeologists... It's a perfect guild. It fits perfectly into the game. And in the story of the Archaeologist Guild, they are opposed to the Mages Guild, kind of, or like they're rivals. So if you want to be able to join both, you gotta turn that in the settings for this. Which is a little bit annoying, but I understand why they did that. I gotta get the language skills mod. Oh, fuck. Yep, sort them all automatically, please. Archaeologist Guild. Very good. Essentially just another guild questline to do. However, they do give some really cool stuff, like when you join, you get a magic item that has teleport on it, and then you also get locator devices, which can help point to where the objective is in a dungeon. Very cool. I would say everyone should get this. It's just a no-brainer type mod. RMB resource packets for resources, just like Daggerfall enhanced textures or whatever it's called. Daggerfall expanded textures, windmills. Cool mod, adds windmills, also required for beautiful cities and stuff. Finding my religion, soldier's luxury, these mods overhaul locations, making them look cooler and better. They make the temple, I would say Finding My Religion. Does it affect like the temple quests in any way? I don't know, but it just get this mod, okay? The locations in Daggerfall are boring. The actual like places that you go to, except for like the very few palaces in the game, there are only like 3 really. There are only 3 actual castles or whatever you call them. There's Castle Daggerfall, Castle Wayrest, and Castle Sentinel. Those are actually cool as hell, except for the rest are pretty much crappy. Oh yeah, there's the Famous Faces mod. There's tons of mods that I still have to get and find, but I'm probably just gonna do that on my own. For now anyway. Maybe I could go back on recording, but anyway. Soldier's Luxury. Finding My Religion overhauls temples. Apparently they have more plans to do more stuff with the mod, although yeah, I don't know if I'd really count on that anytime soon necessarily. Soldier's Luxury overhauls the Fighters Guild and the Knights, the Knightly Orders. I would definitely get that as well, to spice up the Knightly Orders. Fixed Desert Architecture. I cannot say the word architecture. It makes the desert houses flat, really roofed like they should be. Beautiful Cities of Daggerfall. I actually haven't played with this mod before, but it's supposed to make the cities a lot more interesting and unique, which they were not in the original Daggerfall. They were all kind of procedurally generated, and this is probably going to make them way more interesting. Maybe I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for a first playthrough, maybe, since I didn't grab it. If you want to experience Daggerfall's kind of crappy proc-gen cities, you can do that. But if you want better looking, more sensible cities, you can probably get the Beautiful Cities one. And then that has patches for immersive travel and the archaeologists. Beautiful Villages does the same thing to the villages, which I'm excited for, and I haven't played that either. But wonder how it's going to affect like Gothway Garden and stuff. And then also has a patch for archaeologists. Flat Replacer, Elves and Beast Folk, regional NPCs, Red Guards of Hammerfell. These, well, hold on. Regional NPCs is a different one, but all of these, Flat Replacer, and a few of these are like just resources. I think you need regional NPCs in this Replaces version to actually get the Replaces in place, but they make it so that there's more diversity with the NPCs that you can encounter, because in the original, it was kind of lame. I think you could like run around like Hammerfell or Tagonis or whatever, in the swampy area, and there you'd still see like the fucking generic white people, you know? And, you know, I'm not like, oh, hey, we need diversity or anything. I'm just like, it just makes more sense that way. There should be like more, and it make the regional NPCs like, you'll see more beast folk and like different races, and depending on the quality of the building. It's just a really cool mod because it adds more life and more sense to the Daggerfall world rather than seeing the same like race of NPCs in each area. And it makes it act more like future Elder Scrolls games. So mandatory set of mods there. You just grab them all. I think only a couple of these files that I've seen so far have been where I had to switch around the archive, but I showed you how to do that. If it's not set up where you can easily extract it into the streaming assets folder, then do that. So yeah, it should just look like mods, and then it should have the df mod file in there. Or if it doesn't, like if it has textures with it, or if textures and a mod, like Basic Road Snow Tracks here, that's a texture one. That'll just extract right into the textures folder. And then, of course, to get rid of these, you're going to have to go into the archive and see what's part of the archive and then remove them from the game. This is kind of the only way that I've ever installed mods for this. There might be a better way of doing it with a mod manager. I don't really give a fuck. It's easy enough to install mods manually. That's all I have for now. And I kind of want to get to just going through the Nexus and seeing every available mod that I want, which is what you should do as well. I picked up this Vampire Diversity one, which might actually... Yeah, this Vampire Diversity and what else? There is like another one that was... that I kind of wanted to get that allowed you to leave factions or leave guilds. I might just get that mod and this one on my Shara character, so I don't have to abandon that character. Because the Vampire Diversity, it actually alters the vampire faces. Maybe they just updated that, I'm not really sure. But this would allow my Shara character to retain her original face that I like. I like these old faces better, admittedly, than the flat replacer or whatever it's called. Oh god, what the hell? Paper Doll Enhanced mod. That kind of makes him look more generically attractive and like anime hentai looking. I don't really like that kind of art style, if I'm being honest. Not to sound like racist or whatever, but I don't know. I just don't particularly like the faces in that, just because it takes away like the Daggerfall look. It makes him look too, I don't know, not like, it just doesn't look like the art style to me, even though it is pixel art. You know, it just doesn't look like Daggerfall. Maybe I could probably get used to it and I'd be fine, but like these original ones, sure, maybe they look kind of goofy and like they're straight out of an 80s workout video or something, but I like the Daggerfall vanilla faces. So I think this might be a kind of a solution, is having, like on this, it'll look like that on my Shara character and she'll have to stay a vampire. But then I don't know about switching my vampire families or whatever. God, I don't fucking know. I just wish I could use the fucking vanilla heads while having the Paper Doll Enhanced mod. That's what I'm mad about. Because the Paper Doll Enhanced mod, yes, it might look like degenerate horn dog bullshit. Hold on, Paper Doll Enhanced. It looks like, you know, horny crap. Maybe, no, not in these screenshots, because, yeah, like, they just get such cool options, man. Look at that armor. It just looks objectively better than not having this mod, besides the kind of generically pretty looking faces. You know? I like faces with character on them. You know? Not that you can't be pretty and have character, but I'm just saying. Whatever. It's not a huge deal, but whatever. You know, I don't know. It's just a little complaint that I have. Ugh. That might be the solution, though, to continue on the Shara character. Besides, yeah, I don't know if I chose the right bloodline with the vampires. I don't think you can join another one. Maybe I can look at the quests here. Whatever. We'll pause it. Yeah, I was talking about this in my last playthrough video, but it seems like being a vampire has great benefits if you're going with climates and calories. This mod removes the daylight travel restrictions, so that's definitely worth picking up, although that is kind of cheating, because that's the whole point. You cannot be out in the daylight as a vampire. However, my Shadow Monk character is so broken that she has constant health regen anyway. That cancels out the sun damage, so I should kind of be allowed, but whatever. Yeah, and honestly, the vampire bloodline thing is not really all that it's cracked up to be. I don't know. Like, do you get any? You don't even get any fucking rewards. Let me see. The Vanguard. I suppose they're probably worth doing for like role-playing and like just doing quests reasons, you know, but it looks like you don't really get any cool rewards for doing this stuff. And the way that you actually do or start the quests is really annoying and obnoxious compared to other guilds. Because, like, I really wish there were, like, just random houses or whatever where, like the Thieves Guild, random houses are the guild headquarters for your vampire bloodline. But I think you just get these fucking quests, like, randomly. It's so weird. As a vampire, you have access to a new set of quests in service to your bloodline. However, unlike in most factions, you cannot ask for quests at will, but instead must wait for your help to be requested by letter. I don't know how this is going to work. I think if I'm... God, I don't even know why I'm talking about this. This is irrelevant, but I'm just ranting about vampires, okay? I joined the Harvenu bloodline because I thought it was going to provide some kind of... I guess it would maybe be helpful if I'm, you know, not boosting my fucking magic skills brokenly. But, that Ice Storm spell costs less, than normal, or whatever, and it's supposed to give you unlimited magicka. So Harvenu is pretty much the best bloodline normally because of that ability. They can basically get unlimited magicka if they can absorb spells. I don't know how the vampire quest works. So if I'm just like chilling around here for some reason, and then I suddenly get the vampire letter, like, do I have to go back to Anticlair? I think that would be kind of neat, actually. I think the best way to handle vampirism is probably just let it happen, you know, if you get infected. Unless it's like super early and you don't want to have the disease. But I might actually stick with having Anticlair vampirism on my character. And then maybe just I mean, I don't exactly have to like live in Anticlair. Yeah, because I wouldn't mind restarting the game. I'm just saying, you know, I don't want to completely abandon the Shadow Monk character. I want to actually beat the main quest on that character. I just kind of want to... I thought about starting a new playthrough because of the way I kind of did things on that character. Because it's like... I probably want to hold off until joining a temple or knightly order until I want to actually stay in that region. And then... not really bother getting a vampire, and then kind of focus on the main quest early. Fuck. It's just kind of hard, man. Decisions. I'm okay with, like, the houses in Morrowind being exclusive. But there is kind of a problem in choosing your temple and your knightly order in this, because there's not really a huge difference between them besides where they are on the map. So, but I don't know. I'll think about that later. I'm just ranting at this point. But yeah, I don't want to leave my Shadow Monk character behind. I thought more about that. There might be a way, some kind of way, to get the Paper Doll enhanced armor and body and the old faces. There might be some way of doing that, but I've tried to look into it, but there's no other information on that I've been able to find. I think that's got to be like Dream. Look at that. I don't know. I don't get the looks of that, man. Ugh. To me, it just looks like crap, but whatever. To each their own. But yeah, this is neat because the way vampirism worked in the vanilla game is like you would switch to the default face, I actually really like the way that vampirism changes your face in Daggerfall. It makes you look like it's like really scary. But you know, it's switched. Like if you had a different face than the vampire face, it kind of switched your face, which is kind of awkward. So you could pick this like you know, like Jesus looking Nord, then it would like switch to the regular looking Nord if he was a vampire. It has like teeth and blood on it, and I like the kind of violent, sort of bloody look that the vampires had, but it did switch your character's face, which is kind of weird and awkward. So this is cool. Vampire diversity and then leave guild. This is apply to vampire bloodlines. Daggerfall. Change vampire. I guess, yeah, I think you can use console commands to change your face with Daggerfall Unity. Most inconvenient thing ever.
Okay, welcome back, guys.
Okay.
We are,
I've seen this guy's videos before.
Of old Barbara's place.
Vampire clans.
Yeah. Vampire outright. Wow.
Oh, he must have the vampire options mod, because I think in vanilla your bloodlust being sated. I mean, you just always look like that as a vampire. But yeah, you can, with vampire options, you can make it so your face turns back to normal. I don't hate the faces in that one mod. I'm just saying, you know, I want to keep my character's face. Okay, I don't want to hate on that mod, but I'm just saying, there are some faces that I really like in the original Daggerfall that freaking mod trounces on, you know, and ruins. Like my beautiful Shara and the redhead wood elf that they completely fucking ruined for that mod. Sometimes you just can't get anything. I'm like out of breath talking about.
Welcome back, guys. We are on a
Sometimes you just can't
join the Lirezzi.
Sometimes I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. You just can't get anything.
Here, I hope your armor has good resale value. I'd hate to kill you for only a few coins. Another.
This must be a Worm Ashes deal.
Okay,
well, let's see his mod list here. Quest pack. I should maybe try that. I would guess that if you got the vampire letter, or if you were just chilling in the Dragontail Mountains for whatever reason, it would probably send you back to one of these regions. I would guess. Okay, let me actually put this in my old Daggerfall folder and just test that. We're going to copy and extract. I didn't even check. Whatever. I guess we don't need vampire options. This is all kind of fucked. I'll just load up my Shara character on my most recent save. Oh man, I like the way the game looks on that. I gotta say. Ping, 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 ping. Okay, no. Maybe it's gotta load up below. See what I mean? Like, I just don't like the way these heads look in that. They just don't look like Daggerfall to me. Maybe it's just me being an idiot, I guess. I don't know. But I hope that I'm not alone. Damn it. I don't have Gooner brain. Unless it's a lady that looks like they're from an 80s workout video, I guess. Or unless it's the arena poster. Hey. Can we go back to this? Where we had, like, skimpy ladies and game posters? What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with skimpy ladies. If everything's consensual, okay? Although, yeah, I suppose that's the thing is, you don't have fucking drawing doesn't have to consent, right? If it's just a drawing of a made-up lady, that's kind of a controversial thing, right? I suppose that's where the whole Anita Sarkeesian thing is from. You don't have to worry about, you know, like goofy, not goofy, but you don't have to worry about skippy sex object ladies in the background because they're just video game pixels, you know? But it literally is just pixels, okay? We don't care about, like, mooks that get their heads chopped off, you know? What is the... Okay, we don't have to get into this discussion, but what is the morality of video games? I guess, yeah, something like sex shouldn't really be treated as flippantly as violence, but I don't know. Like, is it okay to have skimpy ladies in the background? Yes. Okay, there's nothing wrong with it. Damn it. You have to do it kind of correctly, though, I suppose. There's like a tasteful way of doing it, and there's like a not so tasteful way of doing it. Because yeah, Daggerfall, let's be real, the primary audience of Daggerfall in 1997 or whenever that game came out, probably like sweaty fucking white guys, okay? And yeah, you bet they want to see these skimpy ladies in their games. But, you know, okay. Nobody cares. Do whatever you want. People are increasingly horny nowadays, though, I think. So, maybe not something that looks like this, I guess. Not the, like, something probably not looking like this. Because that, you know, it looks dated and retro. But, you know, skimpy outfits are very common and praised in something like Baldur's Gate 3. People love that shit. You know? It's a video game. That fucking bunch of pixels didn't consent to be treated as a sex object. I mean, yeah. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Center. I am at the center. Whew. I said I didn't want to record, and this is why. Okay, we get on to, you know, we start actually talking. Alright, I'm gonna probably get to actually downloading. I'm just gonna scroll through the most recently published, just go through the pages and check what I want. So yeah, I don't know if this works exactly with that. I would still get it though. To get rid of that freaking fast travel restriction that's so goddamn annoying. Okay, I'm probably just gonna end the video again. Leave this stitched to the, or appended to the last recording. Good night. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Good night.